It is to no one's surprise that Sonic Racing CrossWorlds might be one of the best detailed games when it comes to racing. Not only are the gadgets insanely unique, and not only do we get some of the craziest characters in this game, but we also get to admire all of the detailed tracks that the developers work so hard for us to enjoy. So to show my love to all the developers that work on these tracks, I'm going to be looking for the best smoke spot in each one. And to avoid making this video damn near an hour, I'm only choosing one track from each Grand Prix, and then from there I will explain why I chose the track, what spots I would smoke at, and then an overall ranking at the end. So if you enjoy this type of video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss out on one like this. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with the first stage. And the first track that we have is Rainbow Garden. I don't think there's really anything I have to say when it comes to Rainbow Garden just being so beautiful. I mean, it's in the name. And look at this. Just from the start, you get a beautiful view. You get the mountain right there. You get a little bit of a hot air balloon action. You know how rare it is to see a hot air balloon? And a blimp on the same day? Honestly, you can't ask for better. I think this whole track is just a huge smoking spot in general. There is potential everywhere. And you already know the temperature is just right. No humidity, no wind, everything is beautiful.
Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
You get a waterfall right there, and for the off chance if it starts raining, you even get a little cave. This would honestly be a great spot to hotbox. You get to enjoy the rain from the inside and just smoke away. But I think my favorite part overall has to be this area right here. Like, look at this garden of flowers, man. It is endless. I can frolic in these fields any day of the week. Absolutely beautiful. Overall, I'll give this track a 10 out of 10. We'll come back. Now, if you excuse me and Ichiban are gonna go find a good dealer. And up next, we have Sand Road. Compared to the other two tracks, I think this was my best bet. One of the tracks was Metal Harbor. I'm pretty sure I would get shot on sight if I were to bring anything. Nonetheless, I don't even think I have permission to be there, so I'm dead on the spot. And Colorful Mall, I'm pretty sure I'm getting kicked out of there too. There's no way there's a smoking area inside. So, Sand Road is the choice to go. At first, I was a little skeptical with this choice. Didn't really think much of Sand Road other than, you know, the beautiful water at the very end of the last lap. But then I started looking around, and honestly, it's not half bad. Despite it being a desert, it doesn't look like it's very hot here. If you were to find a good smoking spot here, it would definitely need to be somewhere near the water or somewhere very shaded, kind of by like these billboards here. What do they got playing? They got Chow Warriors? About time, man. I've been waiting for the sequel for like 10 years. Anyways, sadly, I don't think there are many spots to, you know, just chill and smoke here. So overall, I'm gonna give this track a 7 out of 10. Come on, let's get out of here, Ichiban. It's getting hot as hell. Ah yes, Apotos, a beautiful, beautiful track to smoke on. As soon as you load into this race, you already know it's nothing but good vibes. Look at the environment here. It just feels so welcoming. Like you wouldn't want to be anywhere else except here. They even have a little dining area for you to chill at. So in the morning I can come through, order a Danish, smoke a joint, and just live it up, man. I'm not sure how much rent is here, but I'm assuming it's got to be somewhat cheap if cars keep crashing through and breaking shit. But hey, if they're able to replace the tables every time, then count me in, man. Like, look at all this open area you get to be in. Imagine having a view like this and just chilling, got no responsibilities, just toking it up. They even got a cruise ship back there. If you got enough bread, spend your money, go to the cruise ship, man. You don't have to be on land all the time, just like my boy Ichiban right now. Live it up how you want to. And then we circle back to the very beginning of the track. Absolutely beautiful. A 10 out of 10 spot, and if it were up to me, I would live here 24/7. But if I were to choose my spot, it would have to be this table area right here. My house would be right there, one of the blue ones right there. Check it out, there's my door. Ocean motherfucking... Sorry about that. Anyways, this is a 10 out of 10 smoking spot without a doubt. Anywhere I look on this track could be a top tier spot. Look at this. This is literally in the beginning of the track, and we already have such a beautiful view. You get to see all the loop-de-loops, the cliffside, all of the crazy looking rocks. There's nothing more that I want other than a joint to be sparked up right here, right now. And you even get to see Free Willy? Holy shit. I actually didn't even notice that. What the hell? I know I've seen him around, but I didn't know he was just jumping back there. Hopefully we can get a better view. But that's just one of the spots that I can think about. This next spot right here might be a hit or miss. I don't know. This is it right here, baby. This is the spot. You get to see everything happen. You get to see the racers go around the loop-de-loop. You get to enjoy the beautiful water, the air, the wind in your face. That's a pretty good view, man. That's a pretty good view. But now to the real part. Why enjoy smoking on land when you can be in a boat and do the same thing? And not only that, you get a free show. Look at that. You get to see all the killer whales that tried to murk Sonic in Sonic Adventure 1 just living freely out in the ocean. Look at that. We got our own personal flip. You'll love to see it, man. Now that I look at the water, I never realized how delectable that shit looks. I'm gonna need some of that. And look at this. You even get like the three. I've never seen the inside of this like fully, like, you know, detailed. It's crazy how we just skip by a lot of this. So I'm glad that I'm making these videos so we can appreciate all of the detail that they put into these stages. Because this shit goes by in the blink of an eye. Nobody gives it a second thought. Like I said earlier, a 10 out of 10 stage. Ichiban, pack your bags. We're living here. Up next, we have Market Street, ladies and gentlemen. Compared to the other two tracks, I think this might have been my best bet. The other track was Coral Town, and I ain't trying to smoke somewhere where it's probably humid as shit. And the other one was Urban Canyon, and it seems too futuristic for me. And while Urban Canyon is a very pretty stage, I just don't think it's viable to smoke in. So I chose Market Street. Market Street seems like a very nice little city to live in. Everything seems pretty walkable. If I need to get food, I just need to walk half a mile down. If I need to send some mail, I can hit up a carrier pigeon. This looks like a nice little place to stay. But regardless of that, I mean, look at this view. When else will you get a view like this to where you can just enjoy, relax, and smoke? At least where I live, we don't have this type of architecture. But to those that live in a city like this, I envy you. You get a really nice Roman Coliseum type of vibe here. Actually, now that I think about it, this low-key looks like Attack on Titan. We're on Wall Maria right now. I'm just waiting for a Titan to pull up. But look at this spot, man. You get the mountains in the back. You get to see the whole city. Absolute beauty. Who wouldn't enjoy this view? Not only do you get such a breathtaking view, but you also get to live in a walkable city. I think that within itself is already a perk. Imagine this place at night with all the lights on. Nothing but vibes, man. You even got a few tables out and about, so whenever you get hungry, you can just order a nice hoagie, bark up, and just chow down. And look at that, you even have more open area seats. So if you have any friends that you want to hang out with and smoke about, you can hit them up. Unlimited seating. But I think overall, I'll have to give this stage an easy 7.5 out of 10. I think it's very beautiful looking and a very relaxing environment, but nothing is really too breathtaking from here. So Ichiban, pack your bags because we're going to... It's everyone's favorite spot, including Doom himself, Radical Highway, ladies and gentlemen. Now, some of you might think, why did I choose Radical Highway between Blizzard Valley or Chow Park? And let me tell you, one, Blizzard Valley is dog shit. Not even just the environment, just the stage. I hate that track so much. And then two, Chow Park, I don't want to smoke in front of little kids. If Charmy sees me smoking a backwood, I would fucking kill my... Radical Highway is my favorite choice between all of those tracks in that Grand Prix. Not only do I love the city vibe, but honestly, it's beautiful. Normally I like tracks that are in the daylight, but for some reason, Radical Highway gets the environment so right, it doesn't even matter that it's nighttime. Like, look at the city view back there, man. Just smoking on top of a skyscraper, overviewing the whole city. Shit'll make you feel like Kingpin for real. Now, realistically, I wouldn't know where I would want to go to smoke here, but anywhere that has a view of the city might be the place, which is like 99% of this track. You even get to cross the iconic bridge, making it super visible to see the entire city in the background. This right here would actually be a nice place. Just everything about this stage is so cool. The nightlife, all of the pretty colors in the background. I'll have to give this stage a 9 out of 10. Sadly, Ichiban, we cannot stay here because the rent is fucking taxed as hell. But it's okay, because I know another beautiful place. Up next, we have Aqua Forest. I think it's easy to say that this could possibly be the most relaxing place to be if you want to smoke. Do you see the amount of nature you're in? The unlimited amounts of beauty just standing at every corner. If only I could get into one of those huts right there, that would be the perfect spot. But nonetheless, look at this whole place, man. You get a nice little lazy river and you get the 2 huts right there. I think at first I would be a little worried smoking here, mainly because I don't know what kind of wildlife lives here. But as long as I stay in the man-made places, bro, I'm chilling. Get me onto that boat over there, get me on one of these huts, I will pay the rent, whatever it is. And it looks like they don't have any real traditional roads, so the only way to get down is by using the lazy river, and honestly, that's totally fine with me. So when it comes to Aqua Forest, I gotta give this place an easy 8 out of 10. I think the nature setting is perfect. The lazy river is such a nice touch, but I think the place that really takes it all has to be these little huts. Like, look at this. This looks like the perfect place to go to sleep at. You put your bed right there, you put a TV, put your PlayStation, PC, and Switch over there. No Xbox, so that shit is whack. And you get to enjoy the view. You get to see all of the racers pass by, while hopefully they don't use your house as a shortcut. Honestly, a generational smoking spot. And up next, we have Kronos Island, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see by the beautiful mountainscape, I think this right here, specifically this spot on this ramp, would be a perfect smoking spot. I mean, I guess not specifically this ramp alone, but I mean this area in general. You get a whole overview of the mountains. Hopefully that enemy NPC won't bother you. It seems like it's just chilling there, so you get to watch it drill. Maybe you can look around a little bit in the shrubbery and maybe find some Kronos Island kush. I know they definitely got that shit around here. At first, this seems like a really scary place to smoke, but as long as you keep your distance from anything that looks dangerous, I think you should be fine. You get to go for a nice little walk, go under the pathway right there. You get to see more mountains on the right side, a few floating islands here and there. You get to see the tower that the person that played Sonic Frontiers from IGN damn near ruined the reputation for them. But there it is, the iconic tower. Honestly, I would smoke from the bottom of this. This would be a nice little lookout tower just to chill out on. If there was any way to get to the top, that's where I'd be low-key to smoke. Now see, this part, I would be really scared. Mainly because I don't think I'd be fast enough to catch up to the trail moving, but it is what it is. Actually, no, never mind. I think this is the perfect spot right here. This shit has everything you need. You got a waterfall, the sun in the background, the beautiful environment that this whole island is providing every one of us. Honestly, you can't get more peak than that. I just realized you can see the very beginning of the track over there. Holy shit. I thought that part disappeared. But imagine just chilling here in your car, listening to some Persona 3 music, lighting one up, and just enjoying the day, man. That's all you need. But overall, not bad. I'll give Kronos Island an easy 8 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's the worst spot, but I wouldn't say it's the best either. It's a nice middle ground. Because trust me, there could be worse places to go. And here we have Roulette Road. Without even having to look for a spot, this is an automatic 10 out of 10. What more could you ask for? Gambling, the nightlife, and getting torched while enjoying the environment. I feel like this would be the most trippy place to actually smoke. And if you were to smoke here, you would have to chill out. Not because you would start freaking out because of how trippy this place is, but because of how easy it would be to start gambling. You can set yourself up right up here, watch the roulette wheel, get some of those chips that are in the driver's way, and bet on some shit, man.
17 black.
Bet it all on black. I also just realized that we're on the roulette table. I did not know that. Look at the numbers over there. I thought that was a totally different part. I thought we were on a poker table. I really wish you were able to just drift around this whole thing. But watching the ball going the opposite way of the roulette is quite enjoyable in itself. This is also another top tier spot to smoke. And over here you get to see the hotel that you stayed at. You see my room right there, the one that isn't turning on. That's it right there at the Hilton Inn. I doubt that any developers from Sonic Racing CrossWorlds would ever see this video, but if for some reason you do, just know that your effort does not go unseen. Like, it's crazy how we just pass all of this beauty without even thinking twice.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
Look how detailed this is. You got the slot machine parts right here in the middle and the side. You get to see the actual sign that says Casino Park back there. I never seen that. Now this part right here would be a great spot to end the day of smoking. Not only because you're leaving a winner, because you bet everything on black, but because you got faded as hell and won a lot of money. Even though I really hated this level in Sonic Heroes, they did an amazing job keeping the atmosphere the same. Absolutely beautiful, man. I would have to give this place a 10 out of 10. Now we bet again. I'm gonna make this one nice and sweet. Golden Temple was the only choice between the other two stages. The other stage was Magma Planet. I am not smoking there. I would have a fucking panic attack if you brought me there. And the other one was Hidden World. And I'm not gonna lie, those Pac-Man looking creatures freak me out. Why do they have teeth? So Golden Temple is the best way here. I just feel like I don't belong in Golden Temple. Even though it is a beautiful sight, I feel like it's just inappropriate to smoke here. It feels like I'm at church with all of the gold and the beautiful architect all around. Not to say that I wouldn't smoke here if I was tempted, but it just feels wrong. It feels like this is a place of holiness. Now that I think about it, what is this referencing? Is this an original track or is this from a game? If it's from one of those Sonic Wii games like Lost Rings or whatever the other one was, then I definitely don't know this shit. But it doesn't mean that I can't respect the architect. I mean, look at this shit. You got a whole planetarium in here. I wonder if the balls start spinning, kind of like a Fushigi. God, that shit was a scam. Anyways, let me at least see if I can find a good smoking spot here. I still don't feel comfortable if I were to smoke here, but if I were to choose a place, it would be somewhere around here. You get to see all the architect in the back, you get to see the rolling balls and shit, and whatever these spinning square things are. You get to enjoy those too. But I do know the worst part you can smoke in, and it's definitely on the water ride right here. Not only are you able to fall off on certain corners, if you were to fall in this water and get back in your car, you would be covered with little bits of sand, and that shit is annoying in itself.
Fuck all this bullshit. What the fuck?
Okay, actually, hold on. I found the spot. This is the spot where I would like to smoke. Not only because it's next to the exit and I could leave whenever, but because it seems like the most calm. So I will give this a 6 out of 10. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have Dragon Road. And despite Dragon Road looking like a real chaotic mess, I ended up finding a decent amount of spots where you can just chill at and light one up. But I mean, the overall aesthetic for Dragon Road is honestly just so eye-pleasing. It is scary that there is a deity just throwing flames here and there, but you'll be fine as long as you stay on the main road. Regardless of the whole thing being on fire, I still think this is great. Like, look at this spot right here. You get to chill on the main road, you get to see the drivers pass on by, but I think one of my favorite spots is probably going to be over here in this water area. Mainly like right here. This seems like the more calm section of the map. I can just climb onto that boat, make myself a little cabin, and just enjoy the day, man. And it looks like none of the asteroids even hit near the boat, so I'm all for it, man. Nah, this might be the spot right here. This is the spot. If you want to get away from all the heat, all of the bullshit dropping, this is where you need to go. You get the waterfall over there, you get a beautiful mountain view. Normally a view like this would cost you at least 100K to live, but we're doing that shit for free, baby. And up here isn't too bad either. But compared to the view from the bottom where you can see the waterfall and the mountains, I would take that one any day. How much do you think that house is right there? At least 5K a month, single bathroom. Yeah, I ain't paying for that shit. I'm out of here. But regardless of the payments, I will give Dragon Road an easy 8 out of 10. Top tier smoking spot. And up next, we have Sweet Mountain. And without needing to say too much, I think this could easily be another 10 out of 10 spot. I mean, look how much food you have at your will here. If I really wanted to, I could just eat that wall right there. What is that? Or I could just jump into the ice cream, get some of that shit. They better have mint chocolate chip. That is top tier ice cream. If you know, you know.
Yes! Yes!
Like, this would be prime time right here. You get all of your favorite sweets. I'm not sure what those red things are right there, but it looks like they're like cherry candy. They look gummy as well. Hopefully they're gummy. Oh no, they're strawberries. Never mind. Hell yeah. Even better. Even this whole chocolate fountain right here would actually be insane. I'm not sure how clean this whole chocolate fountain is, but I would probably go up on top where the waterfall starts right there and spark a doob. Like, look at this. This is prime time real estate if you're trying to come here and smoke. We got some lollipops right here. Me personally, I'm always going for the cherry one. Give me that shit. Or is it strawberry? The world may never know. But I'm actually surprised there's a decent amount of spots here. And then back here you get to see the whole mountain of sweets just piled behind. Realistically though, I would definitely get tired of sweets if I just stayed here the whole time. Luckily there are strawberries, so you know, you eat something somewhat healthy. But I would need, like, you know, anything else other than sweets. And then over here, I don't think it's really a good spot. It would be really scary to fly and smoke at the same time, especially if you're afraid of heights. But overall, I'll give Sweet Mountain an easy 7 out of 10. A little too sweet for my taste, but it'll be good here coming through in increments. As much as I love cyberspace, I didn't really have the best choices between the other 2 maps again. The other map was Digital Circuit, and I feel like I would just have a panic attack just entering that place. Do you see how much chaos is happening on this shit? And then the other stage wasn't even better. White Cave. Get me the fuck out of there, bro. That's basically the Amazon jungle. You expect me to smoke there? Hell no. But anyways, cyberspace was the next best deal. Just looking around as of now, it seems like there are a decent amount of smoking spots, but the views kind of look the same. I mean, it's just all highway. I can get this same view at my local highway, man. But I do have to admit though, if I chose this spot right here, I would be a little scared, but I would also be mesmerized by what the fuck I'm looking at. I would just hope whoever is racing does not hit me, since I am in a shortcut spot, but we can only hope for the best. All right, you know what? Since I am gonna take my time with this, I wonder, do the street signs even like say anything significant? Actually, despite what I said earlier, I think this might be the only section. I think this might be the only section and any stage where I wouldn't mind smoking, especially while flying. It seems a lot more chill here compared to all the other flying sections. But yeah, to be honest, I don't really see much. But to be honest, I don't really see much over here, man. It's pretty much just like going on a cruise. Like, there's no difference to this. The only difference is that you're doing it alone. You don't have someone else to, you know, enjoy the joint with. I guess this could be another good spot, you know, just kind of like act as if it's like an overpass on a bridge. The only remnants of human life is right here on this highway, and that's all you get. But yeah, I wouldn't say this is a bad spot. The trucks luckily go slow enough, so, you know, if you want to get down here, you won't get trampled by one. If anybody could read those street signs, let me know in chat. Wait, what the fuck? I'm not streaming. Let me know in the comments. Sorry. But unless you just want to drive around and smoke instead of just staying in one spot, I think this stage will work for it. Especially since how slow the trucks are going. I just realized how slow these go. I thought these went fast as shit, but it was just us going fast. Who would have thought? But regardless, I'll give cyberspace an easy 7 out of 10. I wish I could rank it higher because I genuinely do like this stage, but smoking wise, you ain't got shit. And if you guys made it this far into the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, because that should really do help out the channel, and it means so much to me. And as always, a huge shout out to everyone that is a current member on my YouTube channel. The excellent support really means a lot, and I cannot thank you enough. With that being said, hope you all enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Adios.